A San Francisco judge has blocked mass government firings and has ordered the employees to be reinstated. Tyrone Bowman live. Let's find out what's happening with this situation down in San Francisco, according to an article written by Bob Gico. The Trump administration must halt its firings of thousands of government employees who have been hired in the last 2 years, dismissals that had no legal justification, a federal judge in San Francisco ruled this past Thursday. U.S. District Judge William Alsup said that he would issue a temporary restraining order that would block Friday's scheduled firings of several thousand Defense Department workers. The order apparently would also reinstate many who have been dismissed in the last 2 weeks under orders from President Donald Trump's Office of Personnel Management. That office, headed by Acting Director Charles Easel, quote, has no authority to tell any agency in the United States government except itself who they can hire and who they can fire, close quote, Easel said after a 90-minute hearing. Lawyers for Trump's administration's Justice Department argued that the Personnel Office had only provided, quote, guidance, close quote, to federal agencies, not orders. That's a lie. But Alsup said the office had issued directives that virtually all agencies had obeyed. Quote, how could so much of the workforce be amputated? It's so irregular and so widespread and so apparent in the history of our country. Quote, close quote, asked the judge, an appointee of President Bill Clinton. How could that all happen with each agency deciding on its own? Quote, close quote. In its February 13 order, the Office of Personnel Management told government agencies to terminate probationary employees, those in their first year of employment, and another group of workers in their second year. Court filing said the federal government has about 200,000 probationary employees, including 15,000 in California. According to the lawsuit by unions and other advocates of the workers, the agencies were directed to tell the employees falsely that they were being dismissed for poor performance. Well, you know, they got to think of a lie. They have to think of a lie to justify what they're doing. You know, and who's been doing it? De facto President Elon Musk, who really wants to be the president. Alsup noted that one employee cited in court documents was fired after he had just received a glowing report from his employer. Who's going to want to work in a government that would do that, the judge asked. They come in at a low level and they work their way up. Probationary employees are the lifeblood of these agencies, quote, close quote. Alsup said his ruling would not apply to workers represented by unions in the case because the labor groups are required to take their complaints to an administrative agency before going to court. But he said advocates like the Sierra Club, for example, could make their case that National Park Service employees were being wrongfully dismissed. Among the other agencies he cited over the U.S. Bureau of Land Management, the Veterans Administration, and the Defense Department. The judge said he would hold another hearing March 13, at which Easel, the Office of Personnel Management Director, would be ordered to testify. Easel, in a declaration filed with the court, denied that his agency ordered any firings or created a mass termination program. Easel is a liar. Let's just tell it the way it is. He's a liar. That's what these folks do. They lie. That was apparently contradicted by a video of an IRS town hall meeting submitted by the plaintiffs. Quote, our actions are being watched by OPM. So that's, again, something else that's unprecedented. IRS Chief Human Capital Office Tracy DiMartino told employees at the town hall, because normally agencies who have delegated authority, which all of us do, OMP grants agencies such as Treasury the ability to operate our own human capital offices. We're not in that situation now. And I just want to be crystal clear that I've never seen this happen before. DiMartini said at the town hall that the removal of probationary employees was something that was directed by OPM. That even the letters that your colleagues received yesterday were letters that were written by OPM but put forth through Treasury and given to us. In another declaration with the court, Jonathan Jarvis, a former director of the National Park Service, said the dismissals of 1,000 employees ordered by OPM will have significant and potentially devastating impacts on the parks, their workers, and their visitors. The ruling was welcomed by Representative Latifah Simon, a Democrat from Oakland. Quote, agencies know their own needs best, and Congress has determined that each agency manages its own employees, not OPM, close quote, she said. Till next time, never surrender, never quit.